Hello there guys, this is Ram and welcome to the second episode of the epilogue. So for the second episode, we have brought you something which you must have experienced in the day to day but aren't sure how to process it. So the topic for today is comparison necessary? So what are you waiting for? Let the evolution begin. In a lifetime, a person is often compared with an elevated one. Elevated in the sense of mind and body, and they are never sure how to process it. Should they resist by saying that everyone is different? Got no clue what to precisely do at this point? Don't worry, I'm here to get all your questions answered. So let's begin with the first question. What do you mean by comparison? Before you start to lose interest because of the silly question you have chosen to answer, I must advise you not to and listen carefully. Why do you think comparison is done? To find out the best between the two. Are you sure? If yes, then you need to reconsider. Finding out the best between the two is not comparison but rather judgment. Comparison is just figuring out the differences between the two, what are the pros and cons of each of them. There's a fine line here. That brings us to our next question. Why do people or society compare? Firstly, as I explained earlier, people don't know the fine line between comparison and judgment. What they do is judge other people. Therefore, rephrasing the question, why do people or society judge? Our brain's architecture is designed in a way that it cannot just sit idle. It needs something to process at a time. And what do you do after processing something? You pass a judgment, right? That's what goes with humans. We need something to process at a time. And the easily pointed targets are 7.5 billion people around us. After that, we pass the judgment, and the most fascinating fact is that even though you think you don't judge other people, but subconsciously you do. Everyone does. We don't have control over it. All we can do is keep our judgment to ourselves. That drags us to a final question. Is judgment necessary? The truth is, you'll be judged at each point in your life. It's the reality of a society which is after all found by us, and we are the ones who are being haunted by it. Judgment is the key to evolution. Everyone judges everyone else, and that's how they make the mental image of that person, which helps them act upon an upcoming situation, and this is what helps people to grow. Now I know what you're thinking. What if your judgment turns out to be wrong? That's a different thing, that whether your judgment turns out to be not right in the future, but at least you went through the situation. You grew by knowing on what part you were wrong, and that's how things work. You make mistakes. But try not to judge others on the basis of assumptions or rumors, but facts. And by facts, I mean real data, detailed data, not just a part of it. Concluding, if you look on a personal level, judging is the right way to move forward with things. To know what's right for you and what's not, and even share your judgments with your close ones. But it's not necessary to share your judgments with everyone else because they might not like it. But that doesn't simply imply that you shouldn't judge because you can't control it, and that's kind of good for you. In the end, a person never chooses to make wrong decisions for himself. That's a different thing, that those decisions turn out to be not right in the future, but for that particular period, they chose best for themselves. Hope you all enjoyed the episode and gained something. For any queries and suggestions, just comment down below. This is the epilogue, signing off.